Hey guys, we got some cool stuff from Steve Jackson Games. Their new edition of a great game. Hi guys, welcome back to the workshop. We are continuing to work on Car Wars from Steve Jackson Games. Now, as you can see, I have primed the two cars. So now we have the good car that's ready to race and raise some havoc. And we have the car that is all kinds of smashy. It didn't survive. So that's that. That's what we're going to work on today, at least. I mean, I do have some of the miniatures here. I have an injured fella and a non-injured fella. Maybe we'll get to those. Maybe we won't. We'll see. And then I have the two other people whose weapons went somewhere. I still haven't found them. And I hold very, very little hope of finding them. But you never know. I just might look over and go, oh, what's that little tiny thing? Oh, that's the weapon. Cool. All right. So, what is Car Wars? For those of us who don't know, I'm just going to put this little thing right here. And we're just going to kind of read from it. And, So, Car Wars is the game of auto dueling. Futuristic vehicle combat where the right-of-way goes to the people with the largest guns. Wow! As it usually does. Players get to design their cars. So, from what I've read, looking at what's online, there is this version of the car, which has weapons already mounted on it. There's the wrecked version of the car, which is this one right here. And then there is what they call a naked version of the car, which allows you to 3D print weapons that you want to put on it and customize your car other than what we've got here. And I think that's cool as hell. I think it's really, really neat. Of course, all of this is dependent on whether or not you have a 3D printer or access to a 3D printer to get your figures in your cars printed. From what I did see, there was you could buy some miniatures, like they had actual miniature packs that you could buy. Check that out online. It's stevejacksongames.com, and hopefully they will you'll be able to see what's going on. All right, so players can design their cars, complete with weapons, accessories, and crew. Take them into the arena, your playboard, and then one emerges victorious, and the others are annihilated. So you could actually have like the 2 men enter, 1 man leave kind of thing. So this is the 6th edition of Car Wars, which is available, and it brings you vehicle combat bigger and faster than ever. Faster with a whole new rule set, and bigger because it's now a miniatures game as opposed to possibly just pen and paper. Cars are 3D, lovely rendered in the Matchbox scale. So, you know, uh, Matchbox or Hot Wheels, I guess. That's kind of what the scale of the car is. And yeah, I can see that actually. So maybe you could even use those cars if you can't. Uh, can't if you don't have access immediately to a 3D printer. Um, so it's making it more tactile and immersive because you can touch and do things, and you can paint the miniatures and all kinds of cool stuff. Now, just to let you know that Car Wars was first brought out in 1981, and it is freaking awesome. I have seen all kinds of Car Wars stuff all over for a long time. Uh, that's not a miniature game that I unfortunately got into, but actually kind of looking at the miniatures, I might rethink that now. So they have Kickstarter. I don't know what you want to. They have a yeah. It's called CARnage 2, and it allows you um, to join in. Uh, you know, oh, words are hard some days, but that's okay. But it allows you to kick in as a Kickstarter is, um, and start your carnage yourself. Allows you to get right in there, start playing, and away you go. So from there, what we're going to do is we are going to start with our cars. We're going to start with the nice one, and uh, I have been humming and hawing over what color to paint these cars. I have been, you know, so I've decided. Yeah, I just couldn't decide. So talked to a friend of mine, and he's like, "Mm, "You're from Edmonton, Alberta. Oilers just got into the second round of the playoffs. Why don't you do the cars in Oilers colors?" I'm like, "Well, I was thinking orange anyway. So we're going to do orange and blue. Go Oilers." I am not a big sports guy, but not everybody is. So now we are going to look for a good sized brush. And we are going to just have at her. Again, we're going to be nice and messy. Just kind of getting the base colors down. again, we're not giving out awards for neatness at the moment, because it really doesn't need to be neat at all. At the moment, anyway. There will come a time very shortly where neatness will factor into the painting, but not now. Also, I'm going to do things, as you can probably already see, I'm going to do things a little bit different. The main color of the Oilers jersey is the blue. Then they have a little bit of orange, a little bit of white. I'm actually going to make this mostly orange with blue accents. Because it's my car, and that's how I've decided I want to paint it. So that's the one thing that I love about miniature painting. Said it before, I'll say it again. You can paint your cars whatever color, or paint your miniatures, not just your cars, but paint your miniatures whatever color you like. I mean, you can follow a paint scheme. You can make up one of your own. You can adapt a theme. Sky's the limits, my friends. Don't let your imagination don't be limited with your imagination. Just let it run wild. Let it figure out something that looks really cool to you. That's why, this car is going to be Oilers colors, because I can. And don't worry if you make a mess at this stage. This is the earliest stage. So just jam the color in there, where you can worry about tightening it up later on. Oh, super cool. You know, I thought about like a purple and green kind of thing. I thought about orange and black with a little bit of white in it. You know, just had really no idea what I was gonna do for the colors of this car. Now I am on a path. I'm still gonna have some black on it though, because black, I think anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have just a small hint. Well, maybe not quite a small hint, but far less than what I was thinking I was gonna have. And even with the primer, this is taking a lot of coats. Just gonna throw my brush around. Because it is definitely not as smooth as I'd like it. I mean, some parts are, some parts aren't. It's just working it till it gets to the point that I am happy with it. That's all. But yeah, I mean, on the screen it looks like it's getting pretty solid, but to me, there's still a lot of brush marks, and I want it solid as I can get it. As you can see, it's starting to shape up. Yeah, I think it's starting to look pretty darn okay. Starting to get nice and solid. Well, like I said to you guys, at least on the screen, or it looks pretty solid, but it's not quite there yet. And now we're beginning to slow down the process. It's starting to be a bit neater. Working up some of the areas that haven't gotten enough love yet. work up these areas while the other ones dry. Of course, if you get, if you get paint on the bottom here, that's way less important. And we can, go back, clean it up later if you'd like. But for the most part, nobody's going to see the bottom of the car. Don't really need to paint it or, clean it up. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what these things on the back of the car are, like here, but for now they're going to be orange, because why not? There we are. It's got a little bit of black showing through here and there, but for the most part, I think that looks cool. We're going to use the same brush for the blue. And looking at the Oilers blue, it's kind of a dark-ish blue. Cantor blue for the win. And again, we're just going to work the colors up. We're going to be a little bit more cautious. We're going to go in with a much tighter much smaller detail brush with some of the stuff. And if we do come up onto the window, that's okay. Yeah, I think it's starting to look pretty darn good. We're going to switch paintbrushes here in a minute. It can be a little bit more finicky. All right. Like I said, we're kind of going in a reverse scheme. Usually it's, or blue is the main color with accents of orange and white. We're kind of turning it on its head and we're doing orange as the main color with accents of purple or blue. Purple. There I go again. With blue. And actually, we're not going to have any white. We are going to go to my detail brush from Army Painter. Hopefully we can start getting into some of the littler areas. There we are. There we go. I like that. And of course, we can use, okay, maybe not. Put out a little bit of the orange color. Tidy up any of the blue overpaint. There we are. Now, one of the other spots that's also going to be blue is that spoiler. Says again, why not? Now, everything that we paint on this, we will have to paint the same way on the wrecked car. I probably will not be bothering with the inside of the spoiler. I'm beginning to like it. Probably one of the last things, or one of the few. Gonna go to that black. We're going to kind of do this back part here. And this is where we have to start being a little extra careful. Just take your time. Just take, yeah, just rum rum. But if if you find that you do make a bit of an oopsie, and you get paint where you don't want it, then Go back to the previous color. And fix it up. There we go. I think it's coming along quite nicely. We're getting everything moving. Now, so just to let you know, just to tell you again anyway, that Steve Jackson's game has a Kickstarter for this. You can look up Steve Jackson Games on the Kickstarter on the Kickstarter app, or Kickstarter if you use your computer. I just look for Carmageddon 2 or Car Wars, and it should take you straight to the link and allow you to pledge. Now, next time we're gonna start making the broken one, the smashed one, kind of start to match this one. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got shattered glass all over the front, and it's got an interior, so we'll have to worry about an interior. Good. That'll be fun. Yeah, I think this will be a lot of fun. It'll be definitely different, something different than what I have done. But well, it'll be great. And you know what? Yeah, I think the next time I will have a popular die-cast toy in the Matchbox scale alongside it, so you can see that it's something that you can do. All right, folks, this is it for me for today anyway. So as always, stay safe, be safe, most of all, paint safe, and we'll see you next time in the workshop.